Hi Slow-Carbers, Ashling here from Ash Cooks Slow-Carb. This week I have done a super cool dish. Okay, I know I say this every week, everything's really easy and everything's really tasty, but I've made pizza. Now, I know for me, my go-to food on cheat day is either a burger and chips or a pizza, because you can't go wrong with cheese and bread. Like, cheese and bread is just perfect. So, I was looking up online, trying to find a way that we could enjoy pizza, and I found this recipe for cauliflower bread. I thought to myself, cauliflower pizza, amazing. So it's not as easy as some of the other recipes I've done. It is more time consuming, just because you have to have a blender or like a hand blender to make the cauliflower the consistency of like rice. Or if you want to spend a lot of time dicing, then please be my guest. But it is relatively simple. The instructions, the ingredients, they're just super easy. So it takes a lot more time than a lot of the dishes I've done before, but I'm sure you will appreciate the effort once you get to tasting. It's so good. It's literally like my new favorite thing. So I'm going to be doing it in batches through the week so that I can have it every night when I come home. The ingredients are below, so is the recipe. So let's get started. So these are all the ingredients that you're going to need. We've got cauliflower, eggs, and I'm using mushrooms, tomatoes, and peppers. So I'm going to get started chopping all the cauliflower. I'm going to puree it in the blender, and then I'm going to show you what the next step is. So this is what a whole head of cauliflower looks like when you blend it down. It's kind of got the consistency of mushy rice. We're going to put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. We're going to pop it into this bowl with 2 eggs, and then we are going to mix that all together. And then the only thing that you really need for this recipe is some parchment paper, and then I'll show you what you do with that in a second. So we've got our oven preheated, and we have our baking tray all set up and ready to go. Don't forget just to definitely use the parchment paper, because it really won't work otherwise. I'm actually going to also add as a topping a little bit of oregano and then a tomato paste. Usually, obviously, on a pizza you have cheese, but there is no cheese on this low carb diet, so we're just gonna have to see what it turns out like without the cheese. So this is our pizza base. Obviously not as circular as your standard pizza base, but we're gonna put it in the oven until the edges are slightly crispy. Then, very dramatically, I'm going to flip it over and cook it on the other side, and then we're gonna take it out, top it with all the toppings, and cook it then for another few minutes. So at each stage I'll show you what it looks like, so you get an idea when you're cooking it. We're just going to pop it in the oven now at about 180 and see what happens. Okay, so I flipped it over and there was a little bit of an accident. So I've patched it together with some egg, and we're going to put it back in the oven until it's all crisp again, and then we're going to top it up. So if it happens to you, don't worry, don't freak out, just patch it up with a bit of egg. That's usually how I solve all my problems. So as you can see, my patch up job worked, and now I'm going to I'm going to put all the ingredients on top that we want for our pizza. You can have anything you want, so I've just picked peppers, tomatoes, and mushrooms, but whatever you want, pepperoni, anything really. And I'm going to pop it back in the oven for a few more minutes, and then I'll show you when it's all taken out and crispy. So here it is before it goes in the oven, and I'll show it to you when it comes back out. On top I've sprinkled some salt and a little bit of oregano, whatever you want to call it, and we have all the nice design of the pizza. Look! Cauliflower pizza. You can even cut it into little slices. It's still pretty hot. There you go. Perfect for a Sunday night after cheat day where all you're craving is carbs. Get a little treat. I hope you enjoy. Please let me know how you get on when you make the recipe. Send me your pictures if you do completely different toppings. I'd love to see. So yeah, let me know what you think. So there you go, a slow carb pizza. Who would have thought it? It is so tasty. You can obviously tell the difference, but it's super nice to have on a Sunday after you've had your cheat day. You kind of feel like you're cheating again, so it's nice. Obviously, if you have any issues where you flip the pizza and it all falls apart, don't panic. It's going to happen to you your first time, I think, because it's happened to me. So just get an egg, mix it up in a bowl, baste the bit where it's cracked, like push it together, and then mash it down with a fork. That way it will all, like, once you put it back in the oven, it'll all like seal together and no worries. So it's not the end of the world if your pizza base falls apart, because it happened to me and it will happen to me again. Obviously I want to see all your pictures of you guys doing my recipes or how your progress is doing. I'm going to do a blog this week of how I'm doing. It has been a slow and steady race, but I feel like that's the best way to losing weight, so don't panic. And I do want to hear from you guys, so if you have any questions or you have any recipes that you want me to try out, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. If you like my videos, do subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and like my Facebook page. Only 6 days to cheat day.